As we all know that Uganda's medical treatment is relatively backward, so tuberculosis spreads very rapidly in Uganda. Our task this time is to select 3 locations and build vaccine factories to effectively slow down or even stop the spread of the tuberculosis. This is the list of criteria about choosing the locations. First of all, we believe that a large amount of labor force is an element that we need to consider in the locations we choose, because the labor force determines productivity. Second, the vacancy needs to be transported to other places, so public transportation is also important. Third, vaccine production requires energy, so our teams believes that this place needs a large energy supply. This is also the most important element. The next, completed infrastructure and good industrial foundation can also improve the efficiency of vaccine production and transportation. And then enough water supply, which is an indispensable part of the vaccine. Next, closer distance to the healthcare. Next, good education is to improve the quality of the labor force and also play an important role in future development. The last one, economic support. The economy is the foundation of industrial production.
The place we choose for setting vaccine factory is at Nagangura Road in West Bodama. The reason we choose it is for its traffic. It's on a main road, so we can transport the vaccines easily to different cities. It also have large amount of population, so we can benefit. The water resources are also sufficient, but the problem is it's not that rich and not that too sufficient. It's only over the level we need.
In addition, the operation of vaccine plants requires enough capital and resources to maintain. There are a large number of banks around the area we selected, which means that the area has good economic development. The infrastructure in this area is very perfect, covering power lines and main roads, coupled with the operation of railways, which greatly facilitates the transportation. It is also worth mentioning that water is one of the indispensable raw materials in vaccine production. There are very sufficient safe water resources here, and I think this is a very ideal factory location.
As you can see, this is the second place we choose, Kimaka Ward in Jinja. You can find the coordinates on the screen on the left. And we specially found a satellite map, which can help us understand this place more clearly. As you can see, this place is close to the airport and highway, so public transportation is very convenient. This is conducive to the transportation of vaccine. Then, 2 large hydropower stations can be seen by the river not far away, which provides energy security for vaccine production. I think these are the most important reasons for choosing the place.
In addition, according to the picture, we can tell that there's a medical school nearby, which will be perfect for providing the labor, since they have definitely been well educated. For instance, we could offer some internships for those students who at that college. Also, we could just hire them to work here. And also, there is a hospital nearby, either. Therefore, there will be backup for lack of materials, as well as some professional suggestions to ask while there are any issues happened with the development of vaccine.
The third site of plant we choose is the Butelea. The plant will be built on Butelea Road, so that transportation is very convenient. From the infrastructure image, we can see the site we choose got complete basic infrastructure, which are essential when a factory is constructed and put into operation. As we can see, the population of Butelea is a big amount, so that we have a strong labor force according to the strong population base. There are more educated people will be employed by us to start their work. By the way, we will also alleviate the local employment issues.
As we can see from the railway map, this location is next to the railways, which is very convenient for transporting. It is easy for people exporting vaccines to other parts of the world after the production completed. From the scale, there are only 18% to 23% of households over 1 kilometer from the water source. Water is very important for planting BCG and producing vaccines. On the same map, it also shows the location of commercial banks. The site is very close to the banks, which can have financial support to support the production. Thank you for your listening.